Before the world knew martial arts, before action films became a global phenomenon, there was one man who changed everything. A man who was more than a fighter, more than an actor. He was a philosophy in motion. This is the story of Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was born on November the 27th, 1940, in San Francisco. But his journey truly began in Hong Kong, a city full of chaos, culture, and conflict. As a child, Bruce wasn't a hero. He was restless, rebellious, constantly getting into street fights. His energy needed direction, and that direction came through martial arts. At the age of 13, Bruce began training in Wing Chun under a legendary master. What started as self-defense quickly became obsession. Bruce trained relentlessly, not just physically, but mentally. He wasn't satisfied with tradition alone. He questioned everything. Why follow rigid styles? Why not adapt, evolve, become fluid? Even as a teenager, Bruce was already thinking beyond limits. But his fighting got him into trouble. After one serious street fight, his parents made a life-changing decision. They sent him back to America. Bruce arrived in the United States with very little money, but a fire inside him that couldn't be extinguished. He worked odd jobs, studied philosophy, and began teaching martial arts. But Bruce didn't teach the old ways. He broke the rules. He taught anyone willing to learn, regardless of race or background. At the time, this was controversial, but Bruce didn't care. To him, martial arts wasn't about tradition. It was about truth. Bruce Lee didn't just create a fighting style. He created a mindset. He called it Jeet Kune Do, the way of the intercepting fist. But it wasn't just about fighting. It was about freedom.
Be water, my friend.
Water adapts. Water flows. Water becomes whatever it needs to be. That was Bruce Lee's philosophy. Not rigid, not fixed, always evolving. Bruce had the talent. He had the charisma. But Hollywood wasn't ready for him. Roles for Asian actors were limited, often stereotyped. Bruce refused to be boxed in, so instead of waiting for opportunity, he created his own. Bruce returned to Hong Kong, and everything changed. His films exploded in popularity. Audiences had never seen anything like him before. His speed, his precision, his presence. It wasn't just action, it was art. Movies like The Big Boss and Fist of Fury turned him into a superstar. And soon, the world took notice. Then came the film that would define his legacy, Enter the Dragon. A groundbreaking international production, bringing martial arts to the global stage. Bruce Lee wasn't just acting. He was representing something bigger. Strength, discipline, identity. But Bruce Lee was never just a fighter. He was a thinker, a philosopher, a man searching for meaning. He believed in self-expression, in breaking limitations, in becoming the best version of yourself. At the peak of his career, at just 32 years old, Bruce Lee's life came to a sudden and mysterious end. The world was shocked. Gone. Just like that. But legends don't disappear. They transform. Bruce Lee's impact didn't end with his life. It only grew stronger. He inspired generations of fighters, actors, thinkers. He changed how the world saw martial arts. He changed how people saw themselves. His message still echoes today. Absorb what is useful, Discard what is not. Add what is uniquely your own. Bruce Lee wasn't just a man. He was a movement, a symbol of strength, freedom, and self-discovery. And his greatest lesson: don't be limited by who you are. Become who you choose to be. Be water. If you're enjoying the content, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Honestly, seeing the community grow is what keeps me motivated to keep making these for you guys. Thanks so much for the support.